Hi, my name is Heidi. We'll be doing yoga today. So I'd like to take our arms by our sides, sitting in our what we call our perch position, which means that our back is away from the chair and we're sitting nice and tall, shoulders directly over hips and knees directly over ankles. Okay, chin is parallel to the floor and our shoulders are down and relaxed. Okay, let's start with a nice shoulder roll. It's rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, now keeping the shoulders down, now let's draw the chin to the chest and lengthen the back of the neck. And from there, let's slide the chin around to the right. Come back through the center and around to the left. And we'll do that one more time, moving the chin, tracing the collarbone to the right. And then around to the left. And let's stay on this left side and lift the chin, look up to the ceiling. And bring the chin down and around to the right. Again, lifting the chin, looking up, and bringing it back down and around to the center again. And last time, just lengthening the back of the neck. Now bringing the chin back parallel to the floor, let's turn the head from side to side. And now in the center, let's take our right ear to our right shoulder. So now really stretching that left side of the neck. And now taking left ear to left shoulder. Coming back up, now let's place our hands on the chair beside us, and we're going to draw the navel to the spine and round the back. So we're stretching the back, draw the tailbone under, and relax the shoulders. Now as we take a nice deep inhale, let's reverse that stretch. Gently arch the back and look up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades into the spine. Inhaling here, and now let's exhale and come right back to that nice round back. And we'll go again, inhaling to gently arch the back and exhaling to round the back. Coming back up now to neutral. Let's take our right hand to our left knee and very gently let's turn to the left. Back through to the center, taking the left hand to the right knee now, gently twisting to the right, still warming up the back. And we'll come back to the center now. And let's pick up the right leg. Support that leg by just clasping your hands underneath it, and we'll do an ankle roll to the right. Just relax the foot, ankle, and lower leg. And now moving that ankle in the opposite direction. Let's place that right foot down. And now still staying in that nice tall back, let's extend the right leg and lift the toes to the ceiling. Inhale here, and now as you exhale, let's hinge forward over that right leg, keeping the head above the heart. Feeling that nice stretch down the back of the leg, down the hamstring. Nice deep breaths. And let's come up now and bring that right foot in, and we'll pick up the left leg, supporting it underneath, interlacing the fingers, and we'll roll that left ankle. And now rolling it the other way. Great, now let's place that left foot down and extend the left leg. Toes are lifted, back is nice and straight, chest is high. Now let's inhale again, and as we exhale again, hinge forward, this time stretching the back of the left leg. All right, let's come up and slide that foot back in, and we'll come up to standing. All right, so just for the sake of safety and for balance, we'll take our chair to the top of the mat, always making sure that you have at least 2 of the legs on your chair, or on your mat rather, so that you don't slide, okay? And we'll walk our feet back so that our arms are about arm length away from our chair. And if you're okay with balance, let's let go of that chair. Bring the arms by our sides. And again here, let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, let's bring our hands to the chair. And we're going to walk our feet back to our first pose, which we call half dog. Okay, so basically you have shoulder width space between your feet and your ankles are directly below your hips. You also have a nice straight line through your spine from the tailbone all the way out through the crown of your head. So here we're really finding that deeper stretch in the hamstrings, the backs of the legs, and up into the back. Taking nice deep breaths while we're here. This is a good time too to maybe alternate a little knee bend to encourage the hamstrings to loosen up gently, slowly. Okay, now keeping both legs straight as you can comfortably anyway. If you need to keep a bend in the knees, that's perfectly fine. Getting ready to transition now. Let's look up to our chair so we can see where we're going. And we're going to take our right foot and step up. Big step up. Take a look down now. Make sure that that right foot is directly below the knee. The ankle should be in alignment with the knee. Okay, from there, we're going to put a good bend in that right knee. Looking at the left leg, it should be straight behind you, but the toes of that left foot should be slightly turned out. Okay, and again, looking down, make sure that there's a straight line from the front ankle to the back. If you don't have that straight line, go ahead and adjust your feet if you need to. Okay, shoulders are back over the hips. And you're holding onto your chair for balance if you need to, but if you can, let's take one arm away, reach up to the ceiling, staying here with that one hand, or if you would like to add the other, extend both arms straight up to the sky. Standing tall in your warrior one pose here. Feeling a nice stretch down the top of the left leg. And strengthening the upper right leg. Let's move now into warrior two, spreading the arms to the left side of the room. Okay, but our eyes are gazing out over our right fingertips. Another straight line from the fingertips of that right hand all the way back to the left. Let's bring it back to warrior one, framing the face equally with both arms. Now let's find that chair again with our hands. Shift a little weight into that right leg and take that big step back to where you came from in your half dog. Feeling a nice difference between the left side and right side now. Having stretched that left leg. Okay, now we'll look up to the chair to see where we're going, and we'll take the left foot and step up this time. Big step up. Again, take a look down and make sure you have that alignment from the front ankle to the back. Bending your left knee now, keeping it directly over the ankle. All right, and again here, we're working our way slowly into warrior one. No need to rush. And as I said before, if you need to hold on to that chair the whole time, go right ahead and do so. Otherwise, try adding one or both arms. Reaching up to the sky through the fingertips. Feeling grounded with the lower body, sending energy out through the fingertips. And let's move into warrior two now, spreading the arms to the right side of the room. Eyes are just looking out over those left fingertips. Shoulders are relaxed, down away from the ears. Now let's bring it back to warrior one. And again here, let's find the chair. Shift a little weight into the left leg for leverage to then step back to your half dog. Deep breaths. Now we'll go through those two poses again, and we'll maybe not hold them quite as long, and we'll add a third pose. Okay, so once again, let's look up to the chair, step the right foot up. Taking your time, find your way to your warrior one. And on to warrior two. Looking out over those right fingertips, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Let's transition now to our modified side angle. We'll take this right forearm and place it on the upper right leg. Okay, and then take your top left arm and reach up and slightly overhead to that right side of the room. So you're really trying to encourage that rotation of the upper body to the left side of the room, finding that nice open space through the chest. And really working on balance as well. And remember that chair is right there if at any point you need to reach for it. Let's transition now right back to where we came from in warrior two. Right hand is in the front. And back to warrior one. Hands hands to the chair, shift your weight, and step back. Deep breaths. By this point, you should feel that you've created some real heat within your body. You've also stretched a lot of the major muscle groups. Okay, one more time. Now looking up to the chair, stepping the left foot up. Find your warrior one, again at your own pace. And on to 2. Arms spread to the right side of the room. Now let's find that modified side angle on this side. Take the left forearm and place it on the upper left leg. So your upper body is turned toward that right side of the room. Right arm now reaches up and overhead like a big side bend stretch. Let's return to warrior 2. And 1. And from there, hands to the chair, shift your weight and take that big step back to your half dog. Deep breaths. All right, let's walk our way back up. And we'll move on now to some other poses down on the mat. So for that, let's take our chair and move it either off to the side or to the back. Unless you need your chair to transition for balance purposes, you can get rid of it, or you can have it nearby if you need it. All right, so from here, let's come down to an all-fours position on our hands and knees. Okay, we call this position table because you really should look like a table. Your arms being 2 of the legs of the table and your legs, of course, being the other 2 legs. Okay, but the top of that table is nice and flat. Okay, so your eyes are looking straight down between your hands. You're neutral even through the neck. There's no arching of the back. There's no rounding of the back. Your shoulders should be over your wrists and your hips should be over your knees. So make sure to check all of those places to make sure you're where you want to be in your table. Okay, so we're moving on to what's called spinal balance. And this is a great way to strengthen the core muscles of the body as well as the supporting arm and leg. So we'll go into this one step at a time. Let's stay in that nice neutral spine the whole time here. We'll come to the fingertips of the right hand. Get a feel for that. Now extend your left leg to the back of the room. Okay, as you do that, point your toes and make sure that that leg is parallel to the floor. So you've just taken one leg out of your 4-legged table. You should sense that instability now. You You can stay here, or you can go to a more advanced position, which would be extending the right arm to the front of the room. Okay, so opposite arm leg, challenging that stability even more. Breathing, still staying nice and neutral through the spine. Again, we call this spinal balance. All right, let's bring that hand and knee back. And we'll rest back in what we call child's pose. Just sitting toward the back of the legs. Let your forehead come down and rest on the mat. Lengthen your arms and rest. Okay, let's try it on the other side. We'll come back to our table. Okay, now this time let's come to the fingertips of that left hand. Head and spine are still nice and neutral. Okay, we'll extend the right leg to the back of the room. Toes are pointed. Staying here if you need to, or go ahead and add that left arm extension. Again, challenging the stability and balance of all of those core muscles, all of the muscles basically in between the arms and legs. Let's bring that arm and leg back down and once again rest in child's pose. Okay, let's begin to come up now, and we'll transition by bringing our legs around to the front of the mat. Okay, and then we'll work our way down onto our back. If you need a little more cushion, we have these red mats that work well. If you need a little more head support, you can also add a thicker mat if you want to under the head. From there, let's come down onto our back. So the knees are bent and the feet are shoulder width. Arms are by our sides. We're going to go into what is called a bridge here next. It's a great way to strengthen the back of the legs and the glutes and the lower back. Okay, so let's go into that by first drawing the abdominals in and lifting the tailbone. Okay, once you have that tailbone lifted, now begin to come up one vertebra at a time to where you feel that you can. So the hips are lifted, the chin is relaxed to the chest, your feet are pressing down into the mat. And where you should feel this mostly is in the back of the legs. Now as we come down out of our bridge, we'll come down the opposite way that we came up, moving the spine down from the top through the middle. Lastly, the lower part of the spine and the tailbone. Okay, let's counter that stretch with a little stretch for the lower back. Okay, let's draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a hug. Okay, wrap your arms around your legs, just squeeze the knees into the chest, release the lower back. And let's release the feet back down to where we started. Knees are bent. A little more stretching gently for the lower back. Let's take our arms and just move them slightly out of the way, off to the sides. Think of a windshield wiper movement here. The knees are going to go back and forth. First, let's take the knees to the right. Just let them gently fall to the right. At the same time, turn your head to the left. Should feel a gentle stretch through the lower back. And now let's take it to the other side. Knees go left, head turns right. And now without holding it, let's just move from side to side. Again, just like that windshield wiper. Moving side to side, always turning the head the opposite way of the knees. Come back to the center now. Let's hug the knees into the chest again. If you're having a lot of lower back discomfort generally in the course of your day, you could, at this point in your class, you could put a chair underneath your lower legs for support and finish your class with what's called static back. Okay, that would be an option here. Otherwise, let's roll onto one side, transition slowly up from there to seated, and let's sit cross-legged or in whatever position is comfortable for you. Okay, and we'll bring the backs of the wrists to the knees, and we'll close our eyes. Try to steady your breath here. Breathing in and exhaling any tension you have left out. Just remaining with eyes closed. This is a good time in your yoga practice to take note of the difference you feel in both your mind and your body, and that connection between the two. Hopefully you feel that nice state of balance and harmony within your body. We'll begin to open the eyes now. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Namaste.